Let's play a little game of divisive or not. We invite you to walk with us in a movement of the Australian people towards a better future. Statement 2, Australia is for the white man. Statement 1 is much more inclusive. It's reflective of a positive, inclusive togetherness of all Australians walking together towards a positive future. Statement 2 is exclusionary and divisive by definition. You don't need a degree in English to understand that one is actually inclusive and bringing people together, and the other one is exclusionary, racist, and absolutely divisive intrinsically. The second one is what the Nazis at the Anzac dawn service said as they booed the Welcome to Country. And the first one is from the Uluru Statement from the Heart. Now, Peter Dutton will keep running around and saying that these things are divisive, that finding space for people and including them and including their positive visions for the future is divisive, because of course he doesn't have a positive vision for the future. It's a very negative vision for the future, and he wants you to feel that way because he wants you to feel scared and angry and annoyed so that you don't pay attention to any of the shysting that him and his party are up to basically, I don't know, take the piss out of normal, ordinary Australians. They did it with the Voice to Parliament referendum, which he claimed to not be able to understand. Again, should have precluded him from even being considered for top office. It's a simple referendum. If you couldn't understand it and you claim to not understand it, then I don't think you've got the cognitive capacity to run the country. But nonetheless, the Uluru Statement from the Heart is a overtly inclusive statement, a very kind and generous statement from the undisputed First Peoples of this continent. It's not in dispute, and it's not something, it's just the facts. We're not even going to talk about that. The second statement is from the Nazis who were protesting at Anzac Day, and these were literal Nazis, not just like, oh, soup Nazi, oh, cleaning Nazi. Literal Nazis, self-proclaimed, who have been defended by conservative members of the press and those conservative parties, off the back of a prolonged campaign of calling things like a welcome to country divisive and, woke and nonsense and all this sort of stuff. Now, a welcome to country is a welcome. Australia is for the white man is absolutely not a welcome to a large amount of people in Australia. So again, very divisive, divisive against clear race lines, so racist, and highly inappropriate way to sort of tackle this divisive debate. Now, why does Peter Dutton love division so much? And why does he want to bring it up so much? Why does he want to talk about gangs and migrants and danger all the time? It's because he wants you to be scared. He wants you to be scared. He wants to point the finger at all these other groups of people and these other situations, even when they don't exist. Happy to tell lies, doesn't care about that, in order that you don't pay attention to the real things that they really do and the real people that they really look after, namely their big corporation mates and their billionaire mates that they look after. And he wants to protect his own interests. I mean, that's clear. He's a political sort of animal with very strong self-preservation tendencies. But at the end of the day, anyone who's that scared of everything, like Dutton is, can't be considered strong either. I don't know how anyone could consider someone with such weak character and who's so scared of everything, who won't stand up and answer direct questions, who can't understand very simple things or pretends not to, who doesn't want to talk about actual policy, wants to sort of play the man and be a big bully about stuff. I mean, it's embarrassing. It's not strength. It's weakness in all of its manifest forms. But the fact that they would get up and defend the actions of Nazis on the one hand, real Nazis, while claiming that, I don't know, he wants to go and then have a meeting with Benjamin Netanyahu, and as soon as he, gets into office, if that was to happen, and to call the Labor Party, I don't know, weak on Israel or, anti-Semitic, it beggars belief, and they hope that you don't pay attention. They hope that you just pick up sound bites and get annoyed so that you're annoyed and you go to the polls being annoyed. But ask yourself, if being welcomed is divisive, then what is inclusive? And if you're so worried about division, what are you doing to include more people, to create a broad church, a wide table, to welcome more people in, to welcome more assistance for people and bring people together in community? What does that look like for you? And are you actually just trying to create a small community by excluding others and by keeping them out? Or are you creating a community by bringing people in and finding space for them? Because one is inclusive and the other one is divisive. And I think if you really paid attention, you'd find the people screaming about division are doing the most division almost 100% of the time. It's embarrassing, it's un-Australian, and we can do better.